Did you know that one of the Eucharistic miracles that have undergone the most extensive scientific analysis happened under the auspices of Pope Francis? At that time, Archbishop Jorge Bergoglio, on August 18th, 1996, in the church of Santa Maria y Caballito Almagro in Buenos Aires, Argentina. At 7 o'clock in the evening on August 18th, 1996, Father Alejandro Pezet was saying Holy Mass at a Catholic church in the commercial center of Buenos Aires. As he was finishing distributing Holy Communion, a woman came up to tell him that she had found a discarded Holy Host on a candle holder at the back of the church. On going to the spot indicated, Father Alejandro saw the defiled host. Since he was unable to consume it, he placed it in a container of water and put it away in the tabernacle of the chapel of the Blessed Sacrament. On Monday, August 26th, upon opening the tabernacle, he saw to his amazement that the host had turned into a bloody substance. He informed Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio, who would become Pope Francis, who gave instructions that the host be professionally photographed. The photos were taken on September 6th. They clearly show that the host, which had become a fragment of bloodied flesh, had grown significantly in size. After 3 years, the bloody tissue had not decomposed. This is truly extraordinary and virtually impossible to explain through natural causation, particularly because no special attempt was made to preserve it. Since the original photographs revealed the complete lack of decomposition, Archbishop Bergoglio asked that the bloody tissue be scientifically examined. In 1999, a scientific investigation was begun under the leadership of Dr. Ricardo Castañón Gómez of Bolivia, a clinical psychologist who specializes in brain chemistry. 8 scientists were involved in this investigation from 4 continents. On October 21, 1999, Dr. Castañón Gómez brought a sample to a forensic laboratory in San Francisco to do analysis. On January 28, 2000, scientists found fragments of human DNA in the sample, but not enough to produce amplified DNA. Dr. Robert Lawrence, a top histopathologist who studies tissues, found human skin and white blood cells upon further analysis. He stated in an interview that the white blood cells were living at the time they were collected, even though they normally die within 2 hours after being taken from a body. In 2001, Dr. Castañón Gómez sent samples to Dr. Edoardo Linoli in Arezzo, Italy, who said the sample was heart tissue and had white blood cells. In 2002, samples were sent to Dr. John Walker of the University of Sydney in Australia, who said that the sample was muscle cells with intact white blood cells. On March 2, 2004, samples were brought to New York for analysis by Dr. Frederick Zugibe, a famous cardiologist and forensic pathologist at Columbia University. He was not told what the sample was. Zugibe found that the sample was heart muscle near the left ventricle. It was inflamed and had white blood cells, meaning the heart was alive and pumping when the sample was taken. The heart showed signs of being under severe stress. Dr. Zugibe testified that the analyzed material is a fragment of the heart muscle found in the wall of the left ventricle, close to the valves. This muscle is responsible for the contraction of the heart. It should be borne in mind that the left cardiac ventricle pumps blood to all parts of the body. The heart muscle is in an inflammatory condition and contains a large number of white blood cells. This indicates that the heart was alive at the time the sample was taken. It is my contention that the heart was alive, since white blood cells die outside a living organism. They require a living organism to sustain them. Thus, their presence indicates that the heart was alive when the sample was taken. What is more, these white blood cells had penetrated the tissue, which further indicates that the heart had been under severe stress, as if the owner had been beaten severely about the chest. After completing the studies, he remarked, "You have to explain one thing to me. If this sample came from a dead person, how could it be that while I was examining it, the cells of the sample were moving and pulsating? If the heart came from someone who died in 1996, how could it still be alive? When he was informed that the samples had been taken from the miraculous host, Tsugibe was speechless. He stated, "This will remain an inexplicable mystery to science, a mystery totally beyond his competence." What is so remarkable about this testimony is not so much that the tissues came from the wall of the left ventricle, but that white blood cells were present in large numbers in it, meaning the tissue was removed from a heart that was still alive and pumping. Dr. Ricardo Castañón Gómez was an atheist when he began the investigation, but converted to Catholicism by the end of this investigation.